Hola, this is Ms. Ressler. I'm here to lead you through a short review of the irregular preterite in preparation for your final exam. So the irregular preterite is just like the preterite in that it talks about things that happened in the past. However, you'll notice that irregular preterite verbs don't follow the same pattern that we learned with the preterite. They kind of do their own thing, and that's what makes them tricky. So there are some strategies here listed. You can create charts, you can write the forms, you can say them out loud, sing a song. Most importantly, do all of the practice activities. You're not going to really understand the different forms until you practice them. There are so many with just very small spelling changes that you really want to take your time to practice these. So first we're going to talk about the stem change forms. The verbs listed here on the left are ones that change in the stem, which means the beginning part of the word. Not just the ending, the AR, ER, IR, but the actual beginning part of the word. So notice that andar becomes anduv, caber becomes coop, desir becomes dich, etc. You can see that all these verbs on the left have a strange stem here on the right. Okay? So whenever you conjugate, you want to make sure that the first thing you do is to change the stem correctly, then add your endings. So the endings are listed here on the right for you. Iste, o, imos, ieron. You're going to use these endings regardless of whether it's an AR, ER, IR verb. Just use these endings listed here. So an example could be, let's say we put tener in the yo form. We can say tener changes to tuv. The yo ending is so that becomes yo tuve. Okay? It's as simple as that. So the hardest thing is making sure that when you see your verb, you have to decide, is it regular or is it on the stem changer list? Okay, that's what you have to remember. So the stem change forms, here are some examples of how you can change the stem. First, change the stem, that root, and then add the ending. So estuve comes from a star becomes estuve, which is in red. Is your ending, estuve. El supo comes from saber becomes soup, and the ending for el form is o. Nosotros pudimos comes from poder becomes pud, and then the ending is imos. Tu viniste comes from venir becomes vin, your ending is iste. Okay? That sounds hard, but the good news is you don't have to do accents on these irregular forms, so that's nice. And here's some more practice. You can see that poner becomes puso in the ella form, violeta, puso. Estar becomes estuvimos in the nosotros form. Marisol y yo is we. Nosotros estuvimos. Tener becomes tuve in the yo form. Andar becomes anduvo in the ella form. And querer becomes quisiste in the tu form. So notice again, poner becomes pus, add your o. Estar becomes estuve, add your imos, etc. Okay? So the first thing we're doing is we're changing the stem, and then we're adding the ending. Vestir and morir have stem changers only in the third person. Third person meaning he or she or they. So the el, ella, usted, ellos, ellas, ustedes forms are the only ones that change here. Notice the spelling. It becomes vistio with an I, and vistieron, murió with a U, and murieron. Only in those third person forms. And then these are really weird. Hacer, dar, ser, and ir. Okay, hacer becomes hice, hiciste. Kind of looks like an ER-IR ending, right? You don't have the A in there at all. This one is kind of weird, izo with a Z, so make sure you remember that one. Change is kind of funny. Dar, this looks like an ER-IR verb, right? But it's not, it's an AR verb. Di, diste, dio, dimos, diste, dieron. Ser and ir are the exact same. They both become fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fuiste, fueron. So how do you remember that? Or how do you know the difference? Look at your context clues in a sentence, and that will tell you which verb you're actually using. But don't let it trick you. They both form the same way, okay? So pause the video now to conjugate these on your own. I would pull up the file transfer handout that I sent you at the beginning of class, the irregular preterite handout, and look at that, because that will help you figure out how the stems are supposed to change. So go ahead and pause and see if you can conjugate these verbs. And here are your answers, okay? As you check them, your answers are in red. Make sure that you got the spelling completely right, okay? Because that will be tricky on your test. For instance, for they died, if you said morieron, M-O-R, you would get that wrong on your test. So make sure that the spelling is completely correct, okay? And if you're confused, go back to the handout to see where you made your error. If you need more help, read and study the file transfer handout that you worked on with your practice problems. Also, you can do these practice quizzes and watch these videos. They are all live in the Word document that I transferred. So open that document up, and you'll be able to take a few practice quizzes at studyspanish.com, and then also watch some Senor Jordan videos. This irregular verb song is great, and if you watch it enough times, it'll get stuck in your head, and that will help you, okay? So contact your teacher if you have any other questions. Let us help you succeed on your final exam. Good luck!